Now, in this video lecture, we will discuss about the Mendel's work and his conclusions. In previous video lecture, we have discussed about the general things like definition of heredity, hereditary traits, and about the contribution of Mendel. It means what are the historical reason or historical things about the Mendels we have discussed in previous video lecture, and now we will discuss about the Mendel's work and his conclusion. What are the works they perform during their experiment, and how these experiments give a particular conclusion, a particular law or rules we will discuss here. So first work of Mendel. So their work, Mendel's work on garden bee, means all the work of Mendel performed on garden bee, that is Pisces and Ion, which is the scientific name of the bee. So using garden bee, Mendel's do a number of experiments, and these experiments involve the three steps. The first is the raising of pure light. As we have discussed in previous video lecture, that the contrasting traits or the selection of contrasting traits, a pair of contrasting traits, is one of the reason behind the successful of their experiment. So the raising of pure light also related to the contrasting traits. It means the number of contrasting traits which are selected by the Mendel, that contrasting traits, first to start the experiment need to remain in pure condition or pure light. That means if we talk about the height of the plant, so there are two genes for the height of plant. First is for tallness of the plant, while the other is for the dwarfness of the plant. So the tallness of the plants and dwarfness of the plant, both are both indicate the height of the plant. So for that characteristics or for that contrasting traits, there may be some genes in the body of pea plant, and that gene are responsible for the tallness and dwarfness. So first work done by the Mendel, it was create a pure line. It means the plant with, if we take the example of height of the plant, so the two plants there is related to the height of plant. One with the tall height, it means the gene comes from male parent and the genes come from female parent. Both the gene carry information about the tallness only. So that kind of gene is known as pure gene. It means they produce a number of seeds for different kind of contrasting traits, and that traits or that seed carry the gene for pure line only. So the first work of Mendel is to raise the pure line, and the second work, then after collecting this pure line, they sow the seed and grow that plant, and after growing plants, they do the process of pollination or the fusion of fertilization. So the first experiment, that is the cross pollination. Between these pure line. pure line. After raising the pure line, they do the cross pollination between these pure line of either either with single contrasting trait or more than one contrasting trait. So they were perform only two experiment with a single pair of traits, contrasting trait, and the second with two pair of contrasting trait. So in cross pollination, they do two things. One cross is monohybrid cross, while the second is dihybrid cross. So these are the cross we will discuss later in this chapter. While the third work or third experiment done, it is the self pollination. It means the product of cross pollination, where doing the self pollination by Mendel. It means Mendel do his third experiment or third step of experiment by self pollinating the product of cross pollinating plant or pea plant. So these are the main three experiment or three work performed by Mendel to make his conclusion or to receive his conclusion or to create the law of inheritance. The main things they required or they need from his experiment, and that was the law of inheritance. So after doing these experiment, they receive some conclusion, and that conclusion leads to the formation of law of inheritance. Now these are the experiment, the common experiment are doing various kind of work or various kind of conclusion. So we will discuss about these two cross, monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross, followed by self pollination to create or to find out the law of dominance. So how they was find the law of dominance, we will discuss with the help of monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross. So first let us know about the monohybrid cross. But before discussing about monohybrid cross, let us know about some basic information about the heredity. So the first is homozygous, heterozygous, and allele. These are the three things we need to know, which are the base of heredity or genetics. So homozygous is the form of gene in which the paired gene, generally homozygous, heterozygous, series, these are the paired form. First we need know about the allele. So allele are the alternate form of gene. It means the two genes come from two genes together found in an individual, one from the male parent and other from the female parents. The individual receive one gene from male parent while one other gene from female parent in the case of sexual mode of reproduction or sexually reproducing individual. So that alternate form of gene, it means the gene comes from male parent and the other gene from female parent. These genes are known as allele. So that allele may be homozygous or may be heterozygous. It means the allele may be two types, heterozygous or homozygous. So when these allele will be homozygous and when these allele will be heterozygous, we need to know. So suppose about the pea plant, we have discussed about the pea plant, and the Mendel was selected a contrasting trait for his monohybrid cross, that is the height of the plant. So height of the plants may be tall or may be dwarf. So let us think about the height of the plant. So there are two homozygous conditions. If we indicate capital T for the tallness character and small t for dwarfness character. So in homozygous, so what will be the situation of homozygous? If from male the gene comes from the male is capital T, while from the female it is also capital T. In this situation, both the genes in allele carry a similar type of gene. So that condition is known as homozygous condition. Or in other words, if both the gene from male and female comes in the form of small t, so this is also homozygous condition. On the other hand, what is the heterozygous situation? So in heterozygous situation, if from male there is the gene received by an individual which is capital T, and from the female it was received by an individual which is small t. So both are responsible for the height of the plant, while one out of these, one is for tallness and other is for dwarfness. So in that condition, the individual carry both the gene for tallness as well as dwarfness, and that is the situation known as heterozygous situation. So these are the things we require, or these are essential topics or terms required during the experiment of Mendel's. These were not observed or used by Mendel, but later on, after discovery, several number of discovery by Bateson, the number of technical terms used during the formulation of law of inheritance. So let us discuss about the monohybrid cross. So monohybrid cross involve the crossing or cross pollination using single pair of contrasting traits. So if the cross is take place using single pair of contrasting traits or between the single pair of contrasting traits, that cross is known as monohybrid cross. And For monohybrid cross, Mendel was selected the height of the plant, means the features or the traits selected are monohybrid cross by Mendel. It was the height, the plant height of the plant. So for the height of the plants, there are two: the tall plant and dwarf plant. Means Mendel was used tall plant and dwarf plant, or the pure line of tall plant and pure line of dwarf plant to do monohybrid cross. So if we use the sign or the symbol for the tallness and dwarfness, a tall plant and dwarf plant as given here, then what was the steps followed by the Mendels to perform monohybrid cross? So during monohybrid cross, from we use different generation. So the first generation is the plant with a pure tall and pure dwarf gene were sown in a field to grow their body. So parent generation. What was the parent generation for monohybrid cross? In biomendels. So the plant with tall height and the other plant with dwarf height. And later it is used as a symbol for their gene. So the pure line or imparental generation, it is in the form of capital T and capital T for tall and small t for dwarf plant. So parental generation, when they becomes grow and produce the flower, and inside the flower they produce gametes. So first, to do the cross pollination, we need gametes. So the plant with tall height, they have gamete with they have two gametes with similar gene of tallness, because in parental generation they are found in homozygous condition. And dwarf plant also these are found in found with similar gamete or found similar gamete. So if the cross take place, means here we do the process of cross pollination. Then what observation was find out by Mendel? We will discuss here the observation which was seen by Mendel during his experiment. So he was find out that when they do the process of cross pollination between plant with tall height and plant with dwarf height, they find out the product, or they find out the seed or collect the seed, and again when they sow the seed in the soil, they was find out that all the plants, all the seed bear a plant with the similar character or similar to the tall plant. It means all the plants becomes tall. No any plants appear as dwarf plant in F1 generation or the product of F1 generation. So this is the F1 generation, that means first phylum generation. Phylum means the progeny. It means if they do the cross from the parental generation, the result obtained, it is known as the first phylum generation. And we find out that all the products produce the tall plant. These are the gametes. So from his experiment, what conclusion was find out by Mendel? So that conclusion make a rule which is known as, which is the first law, and which is known as law of dominance. Law of dominance was concluded from his first experiment by crossing the pure tall and pure dwarf to get F1 generation, first phylum generation. And in first phylum generation, he was observed that all the plants becomes tall. No any plants appear as dwarf plant. From his conclusion, they formulate a rule or a law which are known as law of dominance. So what is the law of dominance? So according to this law, out of two features, out of two contrasting character, one contrasting character remain dominant over the other contrasting character when the genes of two opposite two contrasting traits found together. Here we can see easily that one gene comes from the tallness and other gene comes from dwarf plant. So here the gene of two contrasting traits found together, and when these the gene of two contrasting traits found together, it was observed by Mendel that only one character represents itself in the offspring. The other will not represent itself, not able to represent itself. So the character which are able to represent itself in F1 generation, this character is known as dominant character or dominant trait. Is known as dominant trait, while the other which is unable to express itself, it is known as recessive traits. Recessive trait. So this is the law of dominance. Means in a pair of, or if we do the cross between the pair of contrasting trait, only one trait represent itself in F1 generation, and that trait is known as dominant trait, while the other trait that cannot represent itself, it is known as recessive trait. So the concept of dominant and recessive is the law of dominance. So this is the first law which was formulated by Mendel after his first experiment of monohybrid cross, that is cross pollination. So in later segment of video we will discuss about the next experiment, that is self pollination. It means what will be the result or what will be the conclusion created or observed by the Mendel when they perform the self pollination between these plants or between the plants of F1 generation. So about this we will discuss in next video lecture.